All right, so I want to talk about how to know if your chakras are unbalanced. One good way to know if your chakras are unbalanced is if you can dance. How can you tell if your chakra is unbalanced if you can't dance? If you can dance or if you can't dance, is because you won't be able to have that rhythm. You won't be able to have that natural flow. Like if you don't have that natural flow, that means you have a lot of energy that's not moving in your root chakra, and it may also be in your sacral, but mostly your root, because it won't allow you to move your pelvis as much as you need to. So you're gonna be stiff, and it'll usually be on one side. Like because personally, this happened to me for years. Like I was stiff on the same side, but I couldn't quite figure it out because I would want to move and like want to be free and all these things, but I'll be like stuck on one side, and it took me a while. Like it took me like this time actually to understand that it was just like stagnant, stuck energy that didn't want to move because of things that I was holding on to, things that I didn't understand about myself. 111, and the things that I didn't understand about myself was causing me to not be able to move as freely as I wanted to, or to be able to express myself when it came to like dancing. Because for one, I love to dance because it's so freeing. It's such a beautiful and wonderful thing. And you have to remember, thou art in heaven. And why did I just say that? Thou art in heaven. Think about that. But also, if you can't hula hoop, you probably have stuck stagnant energy in your root chakra because you're not able to move. Hula hooping is something that it's like the equator moving around the planet. Like you have to think of yourself as a planet. So if you think of yourself as a planet, you can't move the hula hoop. That means that there's some I want to say cold energy in the area, and you're not able to move that hula hoop around and cause it to like have that heat to cause it to move around your waist. Two. But yeah, that's just another way that you can tell. And another way that you can tell is if you can or can't sing. If you can't sing, if you can't hit high notes, you don't necessarily have to be able to be the most perfect singer, but if you can't like hit some notes and sound good, then you probably have some blockages, and your throat chakra is probably blocked, and you're not able to like sing and like hear the, like not even, you won't even be able to hear the note. So not being able to hear the note is causing you not to be able to like emit the note, and not to be able to project the note out. So that's another way that you can tell, because you're not, if you can't sing, then you probably have some blocked energy 333 in your throat chakra. But it's not necessarily just in your throat chakra, because all your chakras make sounds. Like every chakra has a different tone. So since every chakra has a different tone, every chakra has a different sound that you can sing out. And not being able to sing out in certain notes or at certain levels means that you have blockages in those areas. So it's not just being able to sing; it's being able to sing certain notes. Like if you can't hit high notes, that means you have blockages here. Like every person on this earth has the ability to sing, but they have to clear out their energy. And in clearing out their energy, they're able to sing freely, and they're able to do this with ease, because that's what we're meant to do. We're meant to sing. We're meant to art in heaven. We're meant to do art in heaven. Thou art in heaven. But yeah. What else? Another way that you can tell if you have blocked chakras is if you are not able to flex. If you're not able to be flexible, if you're not flexible, then you have blocked energy in your chakras. Because I want to say particularly in your like this is for me personally. This is something that I know personally. Like in my legs, I for a long time wasn't able to do certain things with my legs. Like I still can't hit a split, but I think I'm getting a little bit better with it. I'm not where I want to be with it, but I'm getting a little bit better with it. As far as my flexibility is concerned, like I can actually touch my toes like doing like this, which for a long time was hard for me to do. So I cleared out a lot of energy like in my like upper body, like to my pelvis, but I still have a long ways to go. And also in my lower back, which has been a major problem area for me like for a while. But I've been clearing that energy out a lot lately, and it's causing me to be more flexible, at least in my spine. But that's how I personally know that is because of my chakras being blocked 555. And since my chakras were blocked, I wasn't able to like bend down or touch my toes without like bending my legs. And even in bending my legs, it caused like pain because I had like blockages in my legs as well. And I think that was a result of me having a blockage in my like lower back. But you know, it's still something that I'm working on, and something that I learned just like I've been learning this like more and more like in the past few days. I want to say weeks, but more particularly in the past few days, is that there are really proper ways to breathe, and when you breathe properly, you can actually breathe out those that tension, that energy that's being held in those particular areas of the body. Like today, I did some very very powerful breathing exercises, and those powerful breathing exercises allowed me to like pull that energy out. And like I would inhale for like a few seconds, and then my exhales would be like super extended, and it would just like be like energy just coming out of me, and I can feel it. It's like it's kind of hard to describe. It's like a moist energy. Like imagine like seeing, like you know how if you've ever like poured gas into a gas tank, and you see kind of like the energy that comes out right before you like stick the nozzle into the gas tank. That's kind of what it feels like, if that makes sense. And that's what I experienced. Like I experienced that coming out of me. Like it's a moist, almost visible air coming out of me. But only reason why I know I can't really say that it was visible, but I imagine that it was visible because it feels like that looked. So that's why I would say that it would be visible. If I was be looking at it at some point in the future, I'll come back and update. But that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like that looks. What else? Another good way to tell if you have blocked chakras. You can feel them. It's a very physical thing. Like, you can feel when there's a blockage. Like, and especially like, I'll use this example. Like, if you have a blockage in your throat, it'll feel like you have like air. Like imagine like this is the top of your the upper part of your throat, and this is the bottom part of your throat. This will be what the blockage is. This would be like a bunch of empty space, like in between. Like it'll be that much empty space, and you can actually feel it. I know that you can feel it in your throat, and I know that you can feel it in other parts of your bodies, but it feels differently. But particularly in your throat, this is what it feels like. And it can be represented in the same way, like like an empty ball of air, but it could be like in different parts of your body. But I want to say in my legs, I could feel like it's like it was like heavy energy, like, and it's like it's stuck energy, and but it actually feels like something. It feels like if you put sand in like a balloon and you like play with it a little bit, that's exactly what it feels like. But it can heat up and it can move, but you have to be really breathing to like really feel it Like you can feel it like moving if you pay attention to it. Like if you really focus on it. But yeah. Another way that you can tell if you have blocked chakras is if you can't think clearly, if you can't see through like subliminal messages, like especially like hearing them, like if you can't hear subliminal messages like without like thinking about it, then you probably have blocked chakras. And the reason why I say that is because subliminal messages are in everything, and they're not necessarily negative, because a lot of the subliminal messages that I hear are positive things, and they're there to instruct, but they're not it's not difficult to really hear, and it's not negative stuff. It's just stuff that you don't necessarily hear because your ears aren't open the way they need to be, and it's a part of you that either doesn't want to hear that, or just isn't aware of 1111, that you can hear that, and that it's not something to be feared. It's not something to be ignored either, because a lot of it, from my experience, is actually pretty comical, and they tell you a lot of information with it, and it can be very helpful. And yeah, I mean, I've yet to run across like some subliminal messages that are like like negative, or maybe it's just me because I have a strong tolerance for a lot of things, and this even like with certain shows, like they have subliminal messages in them, and I guess one of the shows that I watch, which I may do a review on, may have had a negative like subliminal message in it, but I didn't really take it that way because I see things on a grander and bigger scale. So like 1212, like they were trying to either promote fear or make the viewer fear something, but it wasn't really anything to fear, because it doesn't make sense to fear anything when you know that you are so much of everything. Like everything that you see, like even throughout the show, they were telling you that this was you, this was you, this was you, but they, in the end of one season, they tried to make you kind of like fear it in a way, and I didn't get that. It didn't make sense. It didn't cause me to fear it either, but yeah, it was just weird. But that's another way that you can tell if you have blocked chakras. And another way, which I just thought about, is if your eyes, like if you can't see clearly, then you have a blocked chakra, and yeah, you're not able to see things clearly. Like if you don't have 20/20 vision, then more than likely you have a blocked chakra, and that's just the way it is. And if you don't see colors when you close your eyes, if you don't see like multiple colors when you close your eyes, then you probably have blocked chakras. And yeah, because again, thou art in heaven, and heaven is a colorful place. The reason why I'm saying that, because I think I'm coming to a close with this video, is because art is a state of freedom. It's a state of expression. It's a state of joy. It's a state of sharing. It's a state of love. It's a state of all these things. And that's what you do when you're in heaven. You create things, and the things that you create are appreciated by many people, and it's understood by many people, and it can cause people to think and feel different things. It can cause them to want to create more things, and that's what children do. Children are great artists, and even like women are great artists. And these are not mistakes, because both of these groups of people are tied to the spiritual world, especially children, because children love to create new things, and they love to do new things, because they don't have the idea of the world that we have. They're not pressured to think a certain way, And once you get to a heavenly state, you don't feel pressured to think a certain way and to do certain things, because you understand that you are all, like everything is you, and you have no reason to fear anything. Like, and you understand that since there's no separation of anything, there's no reason for you to feel like you can't do something. And since you understand that there's nothing that you can't do, you can create anything. You can, and you can do this without limit, because you understand that there is no limit. There is no barriers stopping you. And that's how you can tell when your chakras are open, because there's nothing stopping you. Like, your energy is flowing freely, and your energy is supposed to flow freely, and you're supposed to be joyful. Like, our natural state is a state of love and acceptance and peace and appreciation for life and gratitude. All these things are not they're not just something that people say to kind of like get you to make you think that there's something that is unattainable. It's a very real thing. Like, you were meant to experience these things. You're meant to experience joy. You're meant to experience peace. You're meant to experience love. You're meant to experience gratitude, and you're meant to give these things. Like, you're meant to give these things back to the world. Like, you're supposed to spread that. That's what it means for me personally, to spread love. To reflect these things in other people, or no, I don't want to say project, because project wouldn't be what the way I express that. To give these things out to other people, to give these things out to yourself, and then to maybe see them reflected into other people. That is what it means to spread love. Like, because again, love starts with you first, and since love starts with you first, then once you start seeing that love in yourself, you start seeing it in other people, and you start seeing different dimensions of people. And in seeing different dimensions of people, you cause them to want to see things in themselves, to help them be able to spread love in the way that they're meant to spread love, because they're not meant to do it like you. They're meant to spread love in the way that they understand how to spread love. Even though love is a universal thing, you have your own expression of it, of how to express love. And I just remember something that I meant to say in another video, but that's okay. I'm gonna I'll redo that, or well, I'll record more to it, because that's gonna be a lot of information in that video anyway. But yeah, that's what that little thing means when it comes to like thou art in heaven and block chakras, because these things are related. And the reason why I say that this phrase means this is because, for one, language is coded. We have a lot of double entendre in language, and this is one of them. Some of it is plain sight, but some of it isn't. And the reason why I say that this one is one that's in plain sight is because, for one, thou art in heaven. Thou means you, if I'm not mistaken, and art means art. I mean, even if it's like a derivative of the word, like they use that particular word for a reason. And yeah, just knowing what I know about the chakras already, and knowing what I know about expression, I know that this is true for this particular phrase. And yeah, but I think that's pretty much it for this one. I want to say that I love you, and I hope that you have a great day. Oh, and another way that you can tell if you have blocked chakras is if you can't laugh from a genuine place. Like, how do you feel when you laugh? Like, if you feel like a good feeling when you laugh, like a really, really good feeling, like you don't feel like clogged up or stuffed up when you laugh, or stopped up when you laugh, then you don't have blocked chakras. But if you feel like something is kind of wearing you down and kind of hurts when you laugh, then you more than likely have blocked chakras. And you're meant to feel like elated when you laugh. Like, it's supposed to feel like energy rising when you laugh, and it's supposed to feel really good when you laugh. It's not supposed to hurt when you laugh. Like you don't necessarily you don't feel pain when you laugh. You're meant to feel like good. Like it's supposed to be like a really good feeling. Like I don't know how to describe it though. Like, but it's a very real thing. Like you're supposed to feel like you're supposed to feel it all over. Laughter is a really it's a really interesting thing, one, and yeah, I want to describe it, but you really have to experience it, and it just comes from a place that is very special to all of us, and I know that other people experience it too. It's just kind of hard to explain, but I want to say like listen to somebody fake laugh and see if you can see how long you can be serious, and that'll help you with your ability to experience a real laugh. But that's how you can tell if you have a blocked chakra, and that appeals to your inner child, and that's very special to all of us.